Good morning, babies, and welcome to Simply Stacy, where the joy of the Lord is our strength. Well, to my singles. I had some inbox questions this morning that I answered, and what I want to say to the women of God. You can't do ungodly things to get a godly mate. I have to continue to reiterate this topic. You cannot do ungodly things and get a godly mate. And any man that is not willing to marry you and make you a wife, a honest woman of God, he is a robber and a thief. Point blank. He's a robber and a thief. If he's not willing to do the things that God has petitioned for him to do as a man of God and cover you and be your protection and be your king, be your provider, be what God has called him to be in your life as a husband, and he's not willing to perform that function, then he is a robber and a thief. Same thing with the men. If you got a woman, because there's a lot of women out here that don't want to get married these days. You know, they want the honeymoon without being married. I have told this story several times how I met this guy, and a friend of mine, they told him, that I wasn't sexually active. He gonna tell me that my drop could be over tonight. What you gonna be my husband? And he looked at me like I had fell off the cuckoo nest, fell off the track, fell off, just bumped my head. Because men think you crazy because you want to get married. Especially if you say, oh, you're moving too fast, girl, slow down. But they don't want to slow down when it comes to getting the booty. They ain't trying to slow down. They ready to get up in your drawers. See, us women, we got to begin to think, honey. Because men, these little boys run game. See, I done woke up. I left home married woman at 18 years old. So some of these games I ain't fell for. But these men love to run game. Me being single these last 8, 9 years, even in the church, these men run game. They go from woman to woman to woman to woman and run the same game. And women, y'all are so desperate, so horny, because a lot of y'all horny just like the men because that sexual appetite has been opened up in you all kinds of ways through molestation, or you just might started out having sex with somebody. You might have got raped. You might have just been touching and feeling, playing house when you was a kid. You might look at movies that open up that sexual appetite. It's different ways that gateway gets opened up in us. But that lust is on you. And just because you get saved, it don't just come off of you. That's one of them things that only come through fasting and prayer. And you got to separate yourself. You got to deny this flesh. What you feed gonna live and what you starve gonna die. So if you continue to feed that lustful appetite in yourself, it's not gonna die. So many people out here, it's a big old thing about masturbation. Sex was made for marriage. Oh, show me the scripture. Go in there and study for yourself and find the scripture. You're fornicating with yourself. Sex what made for you to have with yourself. So when you do that, you're keeping that appetite open in yourself. Then you wonder why you're out here seeking for a man or seeking for a woman. Because you've been in that feeding that lust in the nighttime, daytime, whenever you're doing it. So you keeping that door open. Or you getting drive-bys. You got somebody coming by that you're having sex with on the regular. Every now and then, because the heat don't have to come on you all the time. But when the heat do come on you, you going out there finding somebody to screw. Then you wonder why I can't get over this. I keep falling into bed with somebody. You're going to keep falling into bed with somebody as long as you keep feeding that appetite. It's got to be fed. Lust got to be fed. And it's going to be fed by any means necessary. But if you want deliverance, you're going to starve that thing. You can't hang around with your whoremongering friends. Women don't want to be called hoes. Now, they listen to these babies. I listen to some of these young babies I deal with. They listen to this rap man music, and these little boys is calling them whores and bees and all kinds of stuff. But if somebody in the church tell you that you a hoe, because time you get rid of Bob, you laid up underneath Keith, and when Keith gone, you over here with what's his name, Pookie. You going from man to man, man to man, man to man, and ain't married none of them. Ain't none of them your husbands. None of them. And if you legally married them, they ain't your husband. You get divorced and you're on the hunt trying to find another victim. That's the spirit of whoredom. I know women don't want to hear it because you want to feel like you're so precious and so lily white. The first time you lay up to have sex out of being married, the Lord told me this. You ain't even got to lay with 50, 11 men. I ain't laid with 50, 11 men. But I had sex outside of marriage. I was a hoe. A hoe. Just being with one person. Because some people think that they so special because they ain't had a whole lot of people. If you had sex outside of marriage, you're wrong, according to God. Now, in this world, they tell you can do what you want to do. They tell these young babies, don't get married, you young. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Yeah, they telling you, go give your life to the devil. Then once you all used up, then go find somebody decent and go marry them and lock them down. If you done been the biggest hoe out here there is. No, allow God to work on you. Break that spirit of whoredom off of you. Break that spirit of lust off of you. Because the way that the world operates, God's kingdom don't operate like that. You know, people always, what is love? What is love? Love ain't hard to know what it is. Get in your scriptures. You read 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient. Is the people being patient? Is the people being kind? Are the people being gentle? Are they long suffering with you? Are they easily puffed up? See, the fruit of the spirit is going to show you what's in them people. It's going to show you if they love you. These people ain't walking in love. They walking in lust. Their main objection is to get in your drawers. That's male or female. They dragon slayers, honey. They trying to slay you, knock you down. Look at Samson. They sent Delilah after him. He was strong, fighting, killing. Honey, he was a killing machine. They wanted to take him out. They were scared of him because of the power of God that was in him. The devil is fearing you. He wants to send somebody in your life to take you out. You're destroying his kingdom. He wants to get your weakness and knock you out of the game. He don't want you fighting for God. He don't want you go out here telling people the good news. He wants to take you out. And how he gonna take you out? Because he knows that weakness that's in your life and he keeps working on it. That's your kryptonite. The sooner you know your kryptonite and don't yield to it, your whole world gonna change. Samson played with Delilah. He played with Delilah. She kept asking what his strength was. He should have been thinking then, why she keep asking me that? And then he tell her lies, would tell her what it was, and he see that she would go try to get it done to destroy him. He seen that everything he told her that she would go out and do it. What was that telling him? She's trying to take your strength. She's trying to no, you're gonna lay your head in her lap, get comfortable with her. And then you're going to get so comfortable with her that you don't even see the enemy trying to take you out through her. Because that lust demon was on him so bad, he wanted Delilah. Don't allow the demon to take you out with lust. Don't allow it. It's a weapon of mass destruction. God is not going to send you somebody that's going to move you away from him, that's going to cause you to sin. Sin separates you from God. Why is he going to send you somebody to sin with when he know that's going to separate you from him? Babies, don't let nobody or nothing separate you from the love of God. Don't let it. He loves you. And anything that he tells you not to do is to protect you from the enemy. Babies, I love you and so does God. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Equip yourself. Don't do the things of the world. This world is very deceitful. The enemy flips everything that God's kingdom is for, the enemy flips it upside down and wants you to be in it. Everything that God is against, the enemy wants you to be for. Babies, don't fall into the snares and the traps of the enemy. Don't do it. God got somebody out there that will listen at him. That is a man of God. That is a woman of God. And when you come with him, y'all will respect and honor God together. You won't want to dishonor God by using your body for Satan. You won't do that. Honor God with your body, with your mind, your spirit, your emotions. Honor God. Don't dishonor him by doing the things of the enemy. Babies, I love you and so does God. Share this video, click like. Let somebody hear this because some people are battling with this lust so bad. So bad. But you gotta fast. You gotta fast. You gotta pray. You got to turn that TV off. Don't look at stuff when you see all this lustful stuff. And they ain't even got people next. Some of you women got to turn Hallmark off because you look at Hallmark, look at all these romantic movies and stuff. You're like, I want my boo, I want my husband. Where is he? You start getting that appetite, wanting it. And God, it might not be the season right now. God's not ready to send him yet. He's still working on you. He's still working on him. But through you watching these love movies, it's opened the appetite for you to have that want. See, the enemy is shrewd. He's very shrewd. Men look at pornography, but tell them Hallmark, these love movies can be pornography for us women. That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, babies, I'm getting ready to let you go. I'm just, Lord, I just thank you. I just pray for the women of God today that you begin to seek God like never before, that you begin to fast and pray like never before, that you begin to fight the enemy. Don't bow down to him, fight him. How you going to resist the devil? You're going to flee. That's one sin that God tells you to flee from. Because I tell you, it'll take you out. It's taking people out every day. Lust is everywhere. It's everywhere in our culture. Everywhere. You can't even look at a commercial. I tell you, one day I was sitting up there and I told my mama, I said, you know the devil is really in our culture. I see, some of y'all might have seen commercial, the dog riding in the car, he had the light. Then a female dog walked by, he said, got the dogs with lust. You see the food commercials. They got lust. Oh, I can't live without you. Playing a little seductive music, got the food like it's seductive. I mean, that lust is so embedded in our culture that you got to turn this stuff off and tune yourself. The music is seducing. Everything has this flavor of lust in it. And then you wonder why you battling lust because of what you're hearing, what you're looking at, the people you around, they fornicators and stuff. God tell you don't be in the seats in there with fornicators and stuff. Because that spirit will jump on you. Their mind ain't even thinking like you. Girl, honey, I got somebody I can hook you up with. They always trying to hook you up and worrying about you being single and stuff. Because in them, they can't be alone. They have an issue with being by themselves and being at peace. So they don't understand why you single and you at peace because they couldn't do it. But let me tell you something, honey. My God shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory. And he knows what I have need of before I have need of it. I don't need you finding nothing for me, honey, because God is going to find it for me. Baby, stay strong. Fight with the good fight of faith. Fight the good fight of faith. Babies, I love you and so does God. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget, click like and share. Allow somebody else to hear this video that is battling in this area or maybe in a bad relationship right now and they need to let go, knowing that God got their back. Smooth to Sugar Woogers. Have a wonderful day.